Okay, so I'm gonna start streaming soon. I've actually just gotten done recording a little video beforehand, and I was just looking at the news that came out in the US non-farm, and I was just doing a little video, pretty much to myself as to basically how I would have traded it. I've got a little strategy that I use to trade news events, and it was quite interesting because on the initial breakout of the strategy, well, essentially not on that. Essentially, I would have been taken out for break even on both positions if I had used the strategy. So it's basically just a breakout strategy on a specific candle. So if it breaks above this line, I go long. If it breaks below this line, I go short. And yeah, essentially I would have been taken out for break even. However, hindsight. However, on this position, I would have been in absolute bliss right now. But initially, I would have entered over here. Market moved about 30 points. I would have moved my stop loss to break even, and it would have come back and stopped me out. So, came back up again. I thought it interesting to kind of say to myself, would I have re-entered on any of these candles? And to be very honest, no, probably not. Purely just because of the rejection before actually breaking out. But God, I mean, you got to look at that and just absolutely kick and scream. But basically, the video was just a practice. I wasn't at that point in the frame of mind to actually enter the position. I'm psychologically a little bit tired, so. And this happens really quickly, so to be able to have the mental capacity to quickly move your stop loss up to break even after you get that breakout. At the time, I wasn't in it mentally or emotionally, really. So it was just a practice run. But found that interesting that afterwards we had this really nice breakout. Would have been, oh, get out of the way. 155 points. 155 points it would have been, but I probably wouldn't have been in it anyway after having been taken out for break even and then seeing these rejections. But yeah, that's trading. So anyway, yeah, welcome to the live stream if you are watching. Market is going to open in about 3 minutes time, 2.5 minutes time. Again, full disclosure, I don't know if I'm going to trade it. I don't really like trading the US session. It's just too expensive for me on my tiny little account balance. We had an okay day in the European session. I had a winner, a loser, and a break even. And then kind of midday, I came back to see what was going on, and the market had come back down for a potential second entry signal on my strategy, which I took, and then was subjected to an hour of the trade being not in my favor and teasing my stop loss until eventually it did break the way that I wanted it to. Broke about 10 points or so. I protected the position, moved my stop loss down to break even. at which point it decided to come back and hit my stop. So that's that 60 cents that you see there. So that's essentially why I wasn't in the right frame of mind mentally or emotionally to actually trade these setups that I practiced over here, because after that hour of being subjected to the market basically taunting me as to whether it was going to stop me out or not, yeah, I was pretty done after that. So I still kind of am, which is why I don't know as to whether or not I'm actually going to take any trades in this session, but I still need to watch it and I still need to think out loud. And maybe if the opportunity presents itself and the risk isn't too high, I might enter a trade. We'll see. So we've got about 10 seconds before market open. I should probably get my little lines ready, just so that I can see exactly where the open candle is. Ooh, no, that's horrendous. Okay, you go away. Let's try that again. Let's make you a little bit thinner. That's a bit better. And for you, the same. Okay, so markets have opened. I didn't do as much of a pre-market analysis as I would have liked to. I kind of just skimmed over it and just went on to the daily to see what was going on. Double top, lower high, double top. In the Dow, let's see if we can break below this level. And in the Nasdaq, I don't even know, I haven't even looked at it. Head and shoulder, kind of. Came back up, broke this level, came back up, retested it, probably stopped hunting. And now it's gone back down. Sitting over here on this level. So let's see. Let us see. I'm going to just stick these lines somewhere else on the page because I will use them again. No point in drawing new lines, so just reuse the old ones. Phew, okay, yeah, so that breakout after the news and then straight back down. I hope that everything is live streaming the way it should be, because I did this in a little bit of a rush after having just uploaded the last video that I recorded. I think it is. I think it is. I just don't think my internet is good enough, because I keep getting a warning that the stream's bitrate is too low. That's fine. Okay. Oh, that's good. A little bit hot in the office at the moment, but if I turn on the ceiling fan, it makes a bit of a noise. You can pick up on the microphone, and it becomes a little bit annoying, so sitting here uncomfortably in the heat. Quite weak. Kicked myself yesterday as well, because when I traded the US session I was looking for it to break down, and it stopped me out for break even, and then it did break down. So and then I was just too much of a coward to get back in. I was also tired. Seems to be a lot of break-even trades lately, but I suppose that goes hand in hand with what I'm trying to achieve with regards to holding the winning trades for longer, and if the market stops me out for break-even, then so be it. But would have looked at a little, if it had broken a little bit further down, I might have looked at a prior bar low bar here. First bar negative on both. Sometimes you can't be, well, you're not quick enough with as the next bar opens, because it seems as soon as it opens it's already up at this point. And if you try and enter at the market, you get a absolutely horrendous fill. So instead of it being down here, you find yourself being entered into the market over here. See, I would look at a prior bar low bar here. I just don't know if I can handle it right now. As a scalp maybe, but mentally I don't know if I'm in the position. So it basically just means having a market order down here, just beneath this, the low of this candle, in the hopes that the market would just break that low and then reverse up a bit. Also considering the fact that we've got a level over here that could bounce off of. But if I had done that, I think I'd be in a world of pain at the moment. The range on these candles, it's just outside my budget. Would have been nice on this one though. Didn't really give you the opportunity because it didn't break below this candle. It literally just opened at the same price and then skyrocketed. Well, almost the same price. How close apart were those? 420.20 and 421.65. So the difference of 1 point on the Dow. Yeah, you would have had to have been really quick with your entry. But that's basically the idea, is to try and get it on the prior bar low. Said it before, I'll say it again. It's one of my favorite little entries to trade. Excuse me, this isn't the Dow, this is the Nasdaq, so 1 point on the Nasdaq. But I mean, even then, even on the Nasdaq, moves so quickly. For those of us who unfortunately have to trade small accounts, even if I was looking at an entry over here, I mean, that's already 23 points. If I'm looking stop loss wise. And I mean, the most common sense kind of stop loss, I would say, would have been, yeah, nearly 50 points away, so just under here. And 50 points on the Dow is $25 worth of risk to me. I don't like that too much. So that's a problem with a small account. You know, you've got these pretty good setups that you find that you know you can trade, that you can trade with confidence. But at the same time, you've got to think about your account. I mean, if I had the risk profile, I would have taken that. If it wasn't a case of $25 being a huge chunk out of the account's current balance. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at that. $77 points. That would have been a good 30 something odd dollars. But it's just the risk profile that eats me. Oh well, no points in crying. It is what it is. Just got to try and build the account up the smart way. It's like, God, I watch these videos on YouTube where the guy starts with like a $400 account, and his first trade on the account, he's risking $200 of that $400. I'm going, phew. You know, unfortunately, they say that you shouldn't really trade with money you can't afford to lose. But I think sometimes in life, for certain people, there's never really money that you can't afford to lose. So you know, in this case, $1,000 for me is a lot of money. But I'm trying to calculate the risk. You know, not just take out a position that's risking half the account on a single trade. That's definitely a $400 that trader didn't mind losing at all. I'm unfortunately not in that boat. Great to watch. Entertainment value. You apparently turned that $400 into 2,000 or 3,000 within a trading session. So good job. Just looking at the volumes here. I don't know if I'm going to trade this market today. It's Friday. I don't necessarily want to go into the weekend kicking myself. But let's see, never say never. If the risk profile on my signal candle is acceptable, I might look at it. quite enjoy making these videos actually. I didn't think I would, but I didn't think I had the voice or the personality for it, but you know, I'm the type of person who I talk to myself a lot out loud. So being able to talk like this actually comes relatively easily to me. Whether I'm doing a good job or not, I don't know, but not that I'm expecting anybody to really see these videos, so I mean the videos that I have posted, they've gotten a few views each. So that's nice. Nice to see. It is, believe it or not, a bit of work putting these videos together. It's not like manual labor, but it does strain your concentration a bit. Okay, so fourth candle setting up. Might like this long actually. We'll see. And again, if it breaks above, I'm long. If it breaks below, I'm short. Simple, easy. But already, I'm just looking at the volume of the signal candle and I'm going, oh, my risk. I'm trading the smallest size possible. And yet, the risk still doesn't make sense. Thought about doing one of those prop firm things, but I don't know. Something about that just doesn't seem sincere to me. Maybe not insincere, but or not sincere, but just I don't know. Just doesn't feel right. Be nice to be able to like have a 25k account at your disposal, but even then, I mean, you've got the drawdown limits of like 2,000 or whatever it is. Which, look, I completely understand. It's their capital that you're risking. They don't want you to go and blow half of the account right off the bat. And that's why those drawdown limits are in place. But at the same time, I don't understand why there has to be like such, well, I wouldn't say they're stringent conditions, but they conditions to take a payout that you need 5 consecutive winning days in a row of $200 over and above having met the target. I would think it would be, or it should be, that as long as you are wanting a withdrawal of the money that you've made on the account, go for it. make a limit of, let's say, $100 minimum withdrawal, but five consecutive winning days of $200. Well, when I say no, I don't think it's consecutive. I think it's just 5 days. But then my question is, okay, so you have 5 winning days, $200, and you request, let's say, $400 as a payout. Does it then start again? Do you then have to start another 5 days? Another 5 winning days of $200 before you can take another payout? I don't know. It's just something about it. But I'm just rambling. Alright, so should have gone long here. Too busy talking. Should have been long here. Oh man, that would have been nice as well. Stop loss would have already been a break even. Would have been looking at profits up here. You see, that's what venting does. Breaks your concentration on what you should actually be focusing on. Nasdaq still within the range of that candle. Yeah, that would have been a nice one. I'd be at break even now, I think. I probably wouldn't have taken profits up there. I'd be sweating it now, thinking it's going to stop me out for break even. I'd probably only look at taking profits up over here. This candle high over here. Anything in between, I'd be snatching at profits on basis of fear. Well, you've also got this little bit of structure over here, so maybe. But now I probably would have waited for a push up to 40,037, somewhere there. We're going to get a short signal here. I don't know if I'm going to take it, just because the Dow is rallying. Nasdaq isn't. And now it's too late. Even if it came back down now, I don't think I'd re-enter. Well, I don't think I'd enter because we've already had this push up. That would make me rather nervous to enter on a second hope that it's going to push back up into this. So it would have been a sell signal here. Yeah, these markets move quickly. Would have been a sell signal there, but we would be sweating a little bit. Yeah, I'm not in the right frame of mind, I don't think. I'm already looking at that and I'm anxious. I guess that falls a part of being a trader. Know when and when not to trade. Don't force it. SRS candle is huge. Okay. 144 points. I don't think so. Excuse me. Oi. Can you please just... What on earth? Do you work? No, you don't work either. Okay. I'll have to delete you. Hmm. Yeah, so we would have been short at the break of this candle's low. For the ASRS strategy, sweated there big time. Hmm. Oof, that. We would have sweated there, but we would have been pretty happy now. Probably would have been taken out on break even though. Definitely on this candle, if it did, when it came back. Because by now I think stop loss would have been at break even. So. It's always easy to talk about what would have been. Is there any more news? I don't think so. No. Factory orders, but that's not going to have a great impact, I don't think. I don't think at all. Yeah, I wonder if it does push lower if it breaks this level. 386. I don't know, it's too much risk for my liking. Wow, there's a lot of latency on YouTube. Okay, well, it would be SRS now, so if we broke this level, we'd look at shorting. The same here on the Dow. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm going to sit this one out. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to walk away. In this case, I might run away. I'll stick around, I think, for the break of the signal candle. I don't think I'm going to trade it. Tomorrow when I review my live stream on this session, and if it does break a certain way and carry on, I'm probably going to kick myself, but right now in the moment, that's the way that I'm feeling. And if I'm looking at it from an after the fact perspective, coming at it from that angle, it doesn't really do anything. It's just when you're sitting in it and feeling the way you're feeling. I am liking this for a short though. God. Fighting myself on it. I really, really am, but no, don't do it. Don't be silly. Live to trade another day. Can't afford that risk, so don't do it. That's what I'm telling myself, my future self, when he's watching this. You couldn't afford the risk, buddy, so don't be sour. Even if it breaks out and it runs, don't be sour. Yeah, so it would have been in short now. So I'm going to mark that. go out of the way. What should I say? Would have taken short. Oh, look at it go. So by this point, I would have moved my stop loss to break even. We would have been risk free, and we would have been watching this go in our favor. But can't be sour about it. That's 72-point move already. You've made the decision. Stick with the decision. Even this, I can see it's wanting to break out, and I would like to take it, but it's too much risk. 204 points worth of risk. If I could decrease my position size further, I would to take it, but I can't. Yeah, so just as it breaks this line, so we're short now. Let's see how this one would have played. Would have taken short. And then 10, 15 points stop loss to break even. Oh man, smiling all the way. Yeah, I'd say stop loss is already at break even here. And stopped for break even. I think we were. I think we were stopped for break even. So forget about this one, we're out of it now. But this guy we're still in. And he's running away. Look at that. Any points of structure? Yeah, maybe coming up. Let's start looking to take profits now. Or managed it. Moved the stop loss down. Maybe to just underneath this level here. Move the stop loss down there. Guarantee some profit. What would that have been? 40 points. It would have been a nice $20 for the account. But again, there's no point in crying about it because that's the decision that I made. And that's that. Okay, so just for my own educational purposes, if I'd moved my stop loss down to that point, let's see if it would have come back and stopped me out. This to me is worse than losing on a trade. Obviously. Okay, well, I said I was going to stick around just to see the breaks. I think I've seen the breaks now. And I think I'm probably going to call it a week. Go and do just a little bit more work. A little bit more study. Market study. And then try and get fresh for Monday. EU session on Monday morning. Or Monday midday for me. So what, we are really 50 minutes in. I think that's probably long enough. But let me just see, because I think at this point after that, maybe just move the stop loss down a little bit more. And then 70, call it 75 points, that's when I walk away. And I just let it go. Well, that's what I would have liked to have done, but anyway. No point in crying. Okay, cool. I think that's it for the US Open. If anybody does watch this, thanks very much for watching. And you have yourself a